Let us then focus on the influence of media. This is the 21st century. We are living in a globalized world, and media plays its role. So concerns about population issues has stimulated activities among people working in the field of information and communication just as much as it has stimulated educators. Let's focus on those two areas, information and communication. We are human beings, we need to communicate. The more human beings, the larger the family, for example, communication becomes more difficult. Smaller the family, smaller the unit, communication becomes easy. And information is, what do we share? Normally, we don't share everything with everybody. We share certain things with certain people. Normally, young people share more with their friends than they do with their family. For reasons, of course, of safety, confidentiality, for even elements of trust, because they know that the friends will not, hopefully, disappoint them. So, how do we look at media and the impact of media and media's influence in helping population education? Educators certainly need to know what the communicators are doing, since informal learning through various media has an impact on learning that takes place in school and out of school. Media influences. We know that with the hundreds of channels that young people are exposed to today, and the amount of electronic advertisements that lures young people into its net, young people are easily influenced, and I would also say wrongly influenced most of the time by media. It is our job in education to put that right. And it takes time. It takes effort. It takes commitment. Are we as teachers willing to put in that extra effort, that extra time, that extra commitment that will help lead young people into understanding media's influence are not all flowery and rosy. Media's influences can be very misleading at times. And how do young people make the distinction between what to take from media and what to leave alone? However, these activities have differences. First, the educator is concerned essentially with a continuous process of interaction between learners and teachers. It can't stop. Education is lifelong. It continues. So there's a process between the teacher and the learner that goes on, even when the teacher is not there. Why? Because we have assignments. We have given homework. Our students are preparing for tests and quizzes and exams that we are going to check. So that association of the teacher and the student continues even beyond the classroom. The association with the media stops as soon as you change the channel or you turn off the television. That's gone. That's finished. That's a very big difference. As teachers, we have the opportunity and the privilege to impact the future 24/7. The media does not. No young person, I hope, is sitting in front of a television 24/7 and doing nothing else. That would be absolutely a disaster. Although communication media can be of considerable use to the educator, the media specialist has so far been primarily involved in a process of transmitting information, because you cannot talk back to the media. All right, in a classroom, you can talk back to the teacher, you can ask for clarifications, for help, you can argue with the teacher. Media only you receive. You're at the receiving end. All you get from media is information. What you make of that information obviously is up to you. There is no one to guide you how good that information is, or whether your understanding of that information is the right understanding you should have picked up from the media. So the human element, the teacher in the classroom, is absolutely essential to education. Second, much of work in communication has tended to be heavily prescriptive, urging support for particular decisions rather than exploring the consequences of these decisions. So communication tends to be prescriptive. What the news agent is trying to say is written down, that cannot be changed. So that's prescriptive. Whether I like it, whether I believe in it, I'm the newscaster, I need to relay it to the public, and that includes our students. And in that hope, we urge support from the public. And a lot of young people are lured into this because the media is more colorful than what a classroom teacher does. There are sound effects, there is picture, there is simulation, there is movement, there is music, which are missing in the classroom. And so, when a teacher competes with the media, the teacher is far behind. So what do you as the teacher do to actually positively compete with the media so that the students will listen to you more than they listen to the media? In particular, most, although not all, information and motivation activities have been aimed at supporting family planning activities and at decreasing family size. We see that even on our local televisions today. People are being urged, small family sizes, less population, better education, better health care, better food resources and nutrition will go a long way in helping you, the next generation, lead a much better life than what previous generations have led. So that depends on definitely the media and the teacher both.